Hi, I'm Alex, the health coach at PAMLife. Summer is around the corner and we'll start to spend more time outside. I produced a Sun Awareness podcast to ensure you feel informed and reassured when it comes to spending time in the sun. So, if you've got 5 minutes free today, have a listen to the Sun Awareness podcast or check out the rest of the amazing content we have on PAMLife, the employee wellbeing app. When it comes to spending time in the sun, there are a few things you can do to ensure you safely enjoy nice weather. The first thing I need to say is you don't need to avoid being in the sun. In the UK, the problem is we think we need to make the most of sunny weather as soon as the sun appears from behind the clouds. Hence, we then end up exposing our skin too much and being burnt. Sunburn doesn't have to be raw, peeling or blistering. If your skin has gone pink or red in the sun, it's burnt. For people with darker skin, it may just feel irritated, tender or itchy. Although we need to be more aware of UV radiation and sun exposure, it's important to remember that exposure to the sun's UV rays does provide us with improved mental well-being and helps our skin to produce vitamin D, sometimes called the sunshine vitamin. I can't give you a precise level of sun exposure that will safely provide you with vitamin D, whilst also not putting you at risk of burning and skin cancer. This is because there are so many variables to consider. For example, your personal skin type, the geographical location, the time of the day, the weather conditions, etc. The safest way to enjoy the sun without burning yourself is to use sunscreen. Sunscreen has organic filters that are like sponges in that they absorb harmful UV radiation and convert and give this energy back out as infrared. It's also important to wear a hat, t-shirt, sunglasses and have regular breaks in the shade to ensure you're protecting your body whilst taking full advantage of the nice weather. Sunscreens in the UK are labelled with an SPF. This stands for Sun Protection Factor, and it primarily shows the level of protection against UVB rays, the form of UV most responsible for sunburn and skin cancer. SPFs are rated on a scale of 6 to 50 and above based on the level of protection they offer, with ratings of 50 and above offering the strongest forms of UVB protection. It's recommended that we use a sunscreen with an SPF of 30 as a satisfactory form of sun protection in addition to protective shade and clothing. When it comes to applying sunscreen, apply it all over the body. There's a vast range of different product types available. You have lotions, mousses, sprays and gels. Therefore, it's not possible to give a set amount that you should be applying. However, for lotions, at least 6 full teaspoons is recommended to cover the average adult body. The overall message in terms of sunscreen use is more is better. Applying less will reduce the protection to a higher degree than is proportionate. For example, only applying half the required amount can actually reduce the protection by as much as 2/3. People tend to miss their back, the sides of their neck, their temples and ears, so pay particular attention to these areas. It's also easy to forget to reapply sunscreen as often as necessary. Apply sunscreen 15 to 30 minutes before going out in the sun to allow it to dry, and then again shortly after heading outdoors to cover any missed patches to make sure you're wearing a sufficient layer. Reapply sunscreen at least every 2 hours and immediately after swimming, sweating and towel drying, or if it has rubbed off. Water resistance is tested by the ability of a sunscreen to retain its sun protection properties following 2 20-minute intervals of moderate activity in water. However, up to 85% of a product can be removed by towel drying, so you should reapply after swimming, sweating, or any other vigorous or abrasive activity. If you do notice your skin becoming red or pink, then you should come out of the sun and cover up to prevent any more damage. Applying more sunscreen won't help and will not enable you to safely stay out in the sun for longer. After sun lotion can help sunburnt skin feel better, but it can't repair any DNA damage. If you are looking after youngsters, keep babies and children out of direct sunlight. If you are worried about a mole, The British Association of Dermatologists recommends that you tell your doctor about any changes to a mole. If your GP is concerned about your skin, make sure you see a consultant dermatologist. Your GP can refer you via the NHS. Thank you for listening.